watch the trophy fly. Targets downrange, bullseye hit. Guns don't kill, our spirits lit. Fire, lock and load, let them roar. Shoot it straight, Second Amendment score. Hunt, shoot, rock forever free. Eternity.
Hey, what's up, everybody? JD here, episode 8, 701 Nation. Got a big show lined up for tonight. Usually got 5 topics. I think I got 7 or 8 of them tonight, and that's including the happy ending hootenanny. So, we're going to get to it right away. But before I get to all of them, I'll tell you what. Let's just go through. What we got lined up for the show tonight, because this will be for the podcast as well. I'm putting that up here if you're watching on the live stream. I know it's a crappy picture, but it's just one I took off the screen. Good evening, Whale and Turnus. New Savage Arms 110 Ridge Hunter compact stainless steel rifle. What's the big deal? I liked it when I saw it because it's got iron sights, plus you can have the scope on and that. I like rifles like that. A lot of versatility. It's short. U.S. military unveils its drone killer rifle cartridges. I talked about these before at some point, but I got a little more in-depth information on them now. And shed hunting season, natural hot spots to find shed antlers. I think it's a pretty good story, actually. A few things I read in there, which, not that I'm a big shed hunter and everything about it, but there was some good information in there I found. And of course, we had the Oscars there Sunday night, and the celebs, they got increased security. Oh, well, what the heck would you need that for? More firepower? Oh, nobody needs more guns and firepower. Hey, Josh, what's up, buddy? We'll talk about that a little bit. The Hollywood elites, they're always special, but they don't want us having extra security for anything, right, or defend ourselves. And the Minnesota Railroad, they had a corn spill there on one of their trains. Big loss of whitetail population. They're not in the thousands, but I mean, an unfortunate accident. I'll let you know how many of those deer got aced out, which sucks. And I added this one in too. This looked pretty good. I just saw this today. I think it was. I think my stuff's kind of moving around here on me for some reason. Federal Ammunition launches the Henry Cattleman Special Edition. They got a 30-30 rifle and ammo, kind of a commemorative thing going on. Looks pretty sweet. I'll have a picture of the ammo box on that. And, of course, the happy ending hootenanny. We'll get that. That's a good one, too. I love this happy ending hootenanny here. Let me get these chats up all the way. Dan Brown, good evening, JD. Come over to the Western Edge on Saturday for some early season trap shooting. Man, Dan, not a trap shooter. I enjoy doing it when I do it, but I haven't been out to the farm in probably a month, and I'm 2 weeks out from my surgery. My dad's coming back from Vegas. He's going to be a few days out from having some surgery on his cancer. So I'm probably going to be at the farm that day. Appreciate it. I do want to get out there at some point this summer, though, Dan. It'd be awesome. I mean, out to the gun range there. I know you guys got a hell of a facility out there. I'd love to get out there and do some shooting with you guys. So just because I said no this time doesn't mean I'm not trying to stay away. I do want to do it, actually. Bad Boys Outdoors. What's good, boys? What's good, bad boys? Good to see you on here. And gals. That's right. And gals. Good evening, Gene Cox. Thanks for jumping on, buddy. Appreciate that. I'll tell you what, before we get, like I said, I got 7 topics here tonight, but one other one that popped up here, and I will put this graphic up here. Good evening, Eric Glauser. Thanks for getting on, my friend. Good to see you on. Right here, I'm gonna read this one right here. I got it up on the screen. The House Rules Committee is moving Representative Rob Whitman's GOA, that's Gunners of America, back bill to repeal Biden's ban on using lead ammo to hunt on certain public lands. I will give you a little more. You can see it on there, but I'll read it for the people on the podcast. HR 556. Is that a coincidence? Really, 556? The Protect Access for Hunters and Anglers Act of the 119th Congress bars the Fish and Wildlife Service, the Bureau of Land Management, my Clay and Scott Bachmeyer's favorite agencies, and the Forest Service, and that's another one of Scott's favorites, from prohibiting or regulating the use of lead ammunition or tackle on federal land or water. The bill prevents these agencies from banning lead ammo or tackle unless a decline in wildlife population at a specific federal land or water unit is primarily caused by lead use based on field data from that unit, which that's a whole nother story. I think most of that stuff's bullshit. Hello from Southwest Bandan, Rick Rowe, my cousin. How's it going, Rick? Thanks for jumping on, buddy. Appreciate you. Appreciate you jumping on. As I said before, Rick Rowan and my cousin Don, they both own Capital City Restaurant Supply. Get in there and get everything for making sausage and all kinds of other stuff that you didn't even know they had that you need. The state prevents agencies from banning lead ammo. Like I said, I read the first one, and the state wildlife agency approves the regulation. So, well, I had him on last week. Jeb, I guess Jeb would have to approve this, right? If it went through. And I hope that he would. The legislation directly opposes efforts by the Biden regime to phase out lead ammunition on federal lands, including national wildlife refuges, and aims to ensure access to public lands for hunting and fishing. The bill was introduced in the House and referred to committee on July 15 of 2025. I got this from a different thing because it says remains pending further legislative actions as of March 2020. So it's moving. Like I said, I got it up on the screen here. It's starting to move. And number to call there, to call your congressman or woman, 202-224-3121, and ask him or her. It says tell. Yeah, I know telling people is, you get a lot better if you ask. I mean, I know you want to tell them to pass HR 556. A vote is expected later this week. So, hey, that'd be great. And I know, Secretary Burgum, our former governor, had opened up a lot more land. I talked about that in a previous episode for hunting purposes and shooting, which is awesome. And it'd be nice to get this lead ammo ban off a lot of this stuff too. It's I'm not a big fan of that shit. Actually, I think it's bullshit from what I've ever read. Bad Boys Outdoors says can't fish with lead, but can't shoot with lead. You can fish. Oh, you can fish with lead, but can't shoot with lead. Dumb as fuck. Yeah, it is. It is dumb. It is dumb as fuck. It's just bullshit. Somebody got it in their head that it kills off predatory birds and gut piles. It's like I said, a whole nother story. I read one the other day again about it. I think it was from National Shooting Sports Foundation debunking their little fantasy about that and how the populations aren't going down and shit. So, yeah, just keep using that lead ammo, man. Dan Hager TV. Hey, yeah, what's up, Dan? Hey, buddy. Glad you joined us. Dan's got his own YouTube channel. If you go check that out, join. In fact, he's got a pretty good following on X as well on there in Dan Hager TV. Anyway. All right, before I get to this first one more quick thing. Talked to our great Governor Kelly Armstrong the other day, and sounds like he's going to be a future guest on the show. We're just kind of trying to line up a date. Kelly's a busy man. He's the governor, among other things, and had a good conversation with Kelly. I'm not going to discuss it on here, but man, every time I talk to that guy, I like him more and more as not just a person, but as our governor. Good evening, my fellow MVEs. Sorry I'm a bit late. No worries, Brian Warner loading up them 30 rounders, no doubt. That's what the MVEs do, right? You get them 30 rounders loaded up. Yeah. And I know a few people I sent out, stuff to the live streamers on night. America versus Venezuela tonight, is it, right? In baseball. I'm not a big baseball watcher. I mean, I watched the World Series a little bit in the All-Star game, and I mean, to me, fun game to play. And I was just talking about the governor. He'd probably, if he hears me say that, he'd probably be like, "What?" Yeah. So I mean, few people aren't on tonight, but hey, let's get into this. First one here, like I said, new Savage Arms 110 Ridge Hunter Rifle Compact. Lynette Billman, great to hear your dad is doing so good. Yeah. Well, I mean, he's doing better, Lynette, for sure. Like I said, he's got a surgery a week from this Friday in Fargo on his liver. I'll keep you up to date on that. We're going to keep a 50-50 chance it could turn everything around for him. So let's keep our fingers crossed. And if you speak to God a lot, say a little prayer for my man, my dad, Danny boy. As far as my surgery goes, 2 weeks, just a day over 2 weeks out, my hernia. Hey man, I'm feeling good. I hope it keeps recovering good. I am feeling really good. I'm looking forward to getting back to working out here in about 4 weeks. Bad Boy says, love the fact that I hunt up against a massive waterfall section. Steel doesn't go through my barrel. Awesome, man. Gene, governor ain't busy. That's the way they have staff. Governors ain't busy. Yeah, I mean, doing PR takes a lot of work, Gene. Trust me. When I talk to him, the man does have a lot on his plate, and he ain't complaining about it. The dude thoroughly enjoys it. Man, I just think Kelly's a great Republican governor, far more conservative than he gets credit for, more conservative than me, I would say, talking to him. And yeah, I'm glad he's our governor, and awesome pro Second Amendment guy. So let's get into this. New Savage Arms 110 Ridge Hunter. I got a picture up here for you guys. Like I said to start the show, what's the big deal about this thing, JD? Well, first of all, we got short barrels, which I like. Not super short, like I'm not a pistol, kind of guy, but they are cool. I love shooting them. So I'll let you know what the barrel lengths are. But the main thing I like about this, you got your iron sights, right? And you can get the quick detach. It takes a large capacity magazine, not just your 3 or 4 rounds. What the hell you need more than that for? Well, we'll talk about that. Let's get into the specs here a little bit on this new Savage Arms 110 Ridge. Of course, flat dark gray trophy stock, length of pull adjustment. You can see it's gray on there on the picture. Iron sights, which I said I love. I love the iron sights, drilled and tapped for your rail, which I believe the vast majority of people will have a rail on here. But look at that picture. I wonder if the sights are high enough, like if you got a rail on, right? Well, you can get the rail with the notch in the middle too to see I might get one of these things. I mean, I'm not a big Savage fan. I don't like how that back of that bolt drops. Anyway, we'll talk a little more about it here. Light, compact, and purpose-built for your close encounter hunting situations. The 110 Ridge blends precision and practicality, which Savage Arms rifles are usually quite accurate. I mean, most newer ones are now with CNC machining and modern machining techniques, but Savage has had that. Even their cheaper rifles, that reputation for a long time of being accurate. Flat dark gray 110 trophy stock. Like I said, length of pull lets you dial in your fit. Matte finish, stainless steel barreled action, and jeweled bolt body deliver corrosion resistance and smooth cycling. I do like that too. I like stainless. A lot of people don't like stainless. It's matte though, right? Like the bright stainless that will glint, I guess. I mean, not that you can't see this. A lot of people say, like, for deer hunting or hunting in general, coyotes can see it. I don't know if they can see the matte finish. Scott Bachmeyer and Clay would probably be the guys to ask for that more than me, because they're big coyote guys. User adjustable Accu trigger, of course, Savage Accu trigger. The other ones pretty much started the whole thing with depressing that blade, and then the trigger goes bang. Gives confidence, inspiring, repeatable breaks, and these short barrels of 16.5 to 20 inches. And the 20-inch, some of the 20-inch, I thought like all the Magnum kind of ones would be 20 inches. Not so much. I think the Magnums are 18s. Stainless steel barrels, they're medium contour, which is nice too. Man, I want to say they were under 7 pounds too. I should have wrote that down on here, but I didn't. But even with that medium contour barrel, it's just nice having that little heavier barrel, even though it's a light-ish rifle, right? Just for accuracy purposes. A threaded barrel comes with a threaded barrel. I mean, you got to have the threaded barrel anymore. Even if you never plan on. I just like rifles coming with it threaded. I know our man Jake down there at Bloodline don't like that because he likes the thread barrels, make himself some coins. But this comes threaded, which I think is nice. Of course, I said iron sights and the AICS detachable mags, which I think most of them you can get up to 10 rounds. I'm not sure what the Magnum ones hold. Maybe the Magnum ones only go to 3 rounds, but the short action ones for sure you can get 10. And I will tell you some of the cartridges here, the chamberings offered every caliber here too for a lot of the people here. Left-handed configurations ensures the southpaw hunters get the same compact performance and reliability. 12 chamberings from my favorite 5.56 NATO 223 up to 7mm backcountry. Not a 7mm mag though. There's a 300 Win Mag in there. You'll have to look it up. MSRP on these goes from 900 to 940. So that's I mean, that's a pretty sweet looking rifle. That's a real nice rifle to me. A lot of guys like the wood, and I like some wood stocks more than I used to. But I think that's a sweet looking rifle. You put a 7-inch can on there, even at the long barrel configuration, you're still under, you're still under 30 inches, which is. All right, let's get to some more of these comments here. Appreciate everybody commenting. Got a good crowd coming here tonight. Appreciate everybody coming on. Scott Lynch, hey buddy, how's it going? Scott's up there. Are you even done center, Scott? Or are you even killed here? Prayers for your dad and your family. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I'm pretty sure Scott's dad, Alan, passed away from cancer years ago. And Alan was the police officer in the Holiday. I don't know if that was his only job, or I always remember Alan Lynch is a good dude. I love my Savage rifles, and they are accurate, says Josh Patterson. Yeah, for sure. I'm not dissing Savage's accuracy at all. Like I said, I just, for whatever reason, I don't like that. Is that stock adjustable? Yes, Brian, it is adjustable length to pull. Absolutely, it is. Josh says M Carbo spring kits work with AccuTrigger now to really make some better feeling. Yeah, them M Carbos, Josh and I have talked about them before. Good evening, Uncle Dean. How you doing? Out there in good evening from North Carolina. He's at his son and daughter-in-law's place. Uncle Dean, right over there. I got your big muley. You are going to be happy when you see him. He is a beautiful mount done by my buddy. God dang, I can't think of Wildlife Creations. I can't think of the name. I apologize for that. Great. I'll think of it later in the show. But yeah, when you're back, he's gonna look great in your place for sure. No 7mm mag. Gene says it can't be good. Yeah, I think you got a PRC in there and a 300 Win Mag. I mean, is the what's better, the 7mm mag or the PRC? 7 PRC. I don't know. I think the 7M mag has a little, it's faster, I think, but I don't know. Eric Glauser says, yes, coyotes will notice the shine or glint from a polished stainless steel rifle barrel, and it can cause them to become wary or spook. All right, I got you from the polished, Eric. Yep, thank you for that. I'm wondering, when it's matte, they got to notice it more than a black one, I would think, but I mean, is it that big of a problem? Eric also says most guys busted from movement long before they get winded by the coyote. Right. I would agree with that. This guy right here, guilty. Guilty is charged of that for sure. Like I said, I'm just not, I love shooting coyotes. I'm not going to lie to you. But night calling, I'm not going to do that. I'm too much of a softy anymore to go out when it's cold out and do that. In the daytime, I will call them occasionally, and it is fun when you call a coyote in, man, and they come in. It is freaking, you get freaking jacked. I mean, I didn't think I would when we did it. I did not like I would like a big buck. Like I said, my uncle's big buck over here. I wouldn't get jacked like that, but I do get freaking jacked up when coyotes come in. It's cool. It is really cool when you can call them in. All right, let's hit the next one here. Like I said, I got a lot of topics. We might go an hour and 20. We'll see. Every time I say that, then I feel like I'm talking fast. Am I talking fast? Because I feel like I'm looking at my stack of, like Rush Limbaugh said, my stack of stuff here to get through. There's so much stuff to talk about out there right now, you guys. And man, a lot of political stuff, but I got a few political things, but let's stick to the freaking program, JD. All right, let's do it. Let's go on to the next one here. U.S. military. Gene Cox, what do you say? I think the 7 PRC has a faster twist, making it better for 175 grain bullets, but not sure. Yeah, Gene, I think when I shot the 7 PRC I shot, which was awesome, man. I got to admit, way less, I mean, granted, there was a can on it, but way less recoil than I thought. And that thing was absolutely stacking freaking rounds up. I can't remember if I think I said that not too long ago, at 4, which, really, to a lot of people listening, not that far. Even to me, I don't feel like 400 is that far. But it was either that or 700. Man, it just looked like I was piling them up on the bottom of something. It was awesome. But A 7mm mag, usually people I know that shoot that like like 153s or something, right? Like 150 or 154s, 150 somethings, I think. Yeah. Anyway, man, we could go down that rabbit trail, but we're not. Drone killer cartridge by the U.S. military. They got it out now, and I know I talked about these a while back. I said it's not. I don't think it's these exact same ones, and I did watch a video on this. So the DKC, which is what I'm going to call it from through the whole story here, because they mention it a lot. The drone killer cartridge is engineered to be affordable, leveraging existing ammunition components, which means case, primer, propellant, and eliminating the need for specialized weapons or extensive training. Yeah, which you'll find out. Yeah, I mean, it's basically it's like just shooting anything else. Uses inert projectiles with purely mechanical separation. Matter of fact, I got a picture of these suckers. I'll put them up here right here. There we go. Got this article from American Rifleman, obviously. If you're watching on the live stream, there you go. Purely mechanical separation, no energetic materials involved, designed for low cost production and scalability across calibers, which you will find out. Compatibility, it functions in standard issue rifles, M4, SR 25s, and I mean, basically everything the military has, which is you'll find out here, and what we have, because it will be available to civilians. See your automatic standard issue rifles. Sorry for that stutter. I lost my place here. Standard issue rifles, automatic rifles, machine guns, and it does all this without modifications or additional attachments. Yeah, you can run these. You get a swarm drone coming at you, and you're on the saw. Load that baby up. The belt. I think a saw. You can go belt or a mag. I think, and start dropping these mothers. Eliminates the need for warfighters to carry a separate anti-drone weapon system. Yeah, so I mean, you're keeping yourself light, portable, right? You don't got to worry about all that other shit getting in your way, which is nice, and dragging you down with weight. No weapon qualification required, only an ammunition change. Yeah, you don't got to go to the quality course and all right, see what you can do at 100 yards and whatever. Which I do it anyways because I like shooting targets. So highly effective. So they achieved a 92% success rate in drone takedowns during a live demonstration at Camp Atterbury in Indiana. And I watched it, and not this particular one they're talking about, but the one I watched, the guy was testing it. He couldn't say a whole lot of specifics about the ammo, but the one he shot, I think it was like 5 projectiles. It came out and opened up, and at 50 yards, man, it was. I know I held this up once before, but I want to say at 50, it was like this, like an inch and 3/4, maybe 2 inches, and at 100, it was, man, like a probably like a softball. So, and he was, I mean, not like your just single bullet accuracy, but I mean, good for sure, good enough to hit a drone. It was pretty sweet. I was impressed with it. First time users successfully neutralized drones using standard optics and issued weapons. Yeah, so just whatever they're using all the time, their regular optics, whatever. I don't know what the military, if what they use now for their standard M4 thing, but whatever, 92%, that's a pretty goddamn good success rate when you got drones coming in and everybody's loaded up and you start unloading. 92, yeah, some are going to get through, just like some of that shit's getting through the dome over there in Israel. But for the most part, when you watch them things, they got those coming up and the missiles going up. I mean, they get most of them. I mean, Trump even said that some of them are going to get through. And that's just the way it is. I mean, at some point, even if we have the golden dome over America and satellites, I mean, a nuke will get through, man, and the results will be predictable, unfortunately. So there's two variants available here. The segmented DKC, which is a one-piece projectile, self-separates into spin stabilizing sub projectiles before exiting the muzzle. So like, when you see like cluster bombs or whatever, when they drop them, right, and then they open up. Even nukes do that. A nuke opens up and like little other ones come out of it, but they don't have the spin. But like the cluster bombs come out and the fins deployed and they spin, and I think it makes them more accurate straight down on their target. So a one-shot cap says, what's wrong with 12 gauge triple buck for DKCs? Your question will be answered shortly here in the story, Cap. Thanks for joining the show, by the way, my friend. So right here, just as well, not quite what I said, but okay. So the pelletized DKC, a stack of high-density spherical pellets encased in a sabot, released at muzzle exit, up to 5 pellets per round. So I'm looking at this picture, right? Like I thought that's what it looked like. A couple of my buddies were tankers in the army, and that's what it looked like a sabot round that penetrates the tank armor and burns through and goes in. And I think it's that top left one, right? That long one looks like a needle on the end. I think that's the one they're talking about with that one. And so I don't know which one works better and which. I don't know. Them spin stabilized ones, you can see the cases opened up. You can see them stacked in there. Those things seem pretty cool. And that's the one I told you I saw the guy shoot when they all opened up at 100 yards or whatever on the video. And at 100 yards, like I said, it was like a softball group he was shooting. Maybe a little bigger, but either way, you would light a drone up with it. Anyway, here's Cap was asking, one shot Cap, extended range. So delivers shotgun style spread with center fire velocities, significantly outperforming shotguns in range and impact on target energy. So there you go, Cap. I mean, if it's close, right? Man, I don't know, 30, 40 yards, probably a buckshot, 50 yards max, probably. Buckshot is devastating, but and I mean, I don't know how they penetrate a drone at that. I don't know how much energy a shotty loses at 50. I don't think a whole lot. I am not a big shotgun guy. I like shotguns, but I don't know about them like I do rifles and pistols. Reduce collateral damage, broader terminal coverage increases hit probability while minimizing risk from over penetration or stray projectiles. Okay, sounds good. Technology is adaptable to multi-calibers, including JD's favorite 5.56 by 4.5. Actually, my favorite's a 223, 7.62 by 5.1, aka 308, 6.8 by 51, which is the new 277 Fury. 6.5 bleed more, love that one too. 338 Norma Magnum, never, I don't know that I've ever even seen a Norma Magnum or shot it, but I think like special forces snipers or something use those. 50 BMG, definitely shot that. And handgun style, baby, 9x19 9mm. My favorite, by easily my favorite pistol, centerfire pistol cartridge, and very effective no matter what 45 ACP guys will tell you with their 1911s. So the Marine Corps, Colonel Andrew Konecki, and I don't know what all this stuff means, ground-based air defense, PEO land systems, confirmed plans to implement the DKC at the operator level across Marine units. I mean, why would it not be dispersed to every unit? I mean, if it works that good, come on now. Ricky says thought it was a 6.5 Creedmoor. It is, but I call it the Bleedmore because it makes them bleed more and die quicker. Yeah, it probably doesn't, but that's what I like to say. It does kill good for me. I love the 6.5. Your favorite? It is my favorite deer cartridge for sure, for sure. All around 223. So we're getting to the end of the story here, guys and gals. Addresses growing threats from enemy drones, which I mean, for sure. I mean, drones are it's future war, man. It might. I mean, until something else comes up, they're probably going to be fighting wars instead of people here not too long. By providing infantry with immediate, reliable, and portable counter UAS capability. So the philosophy behind this design is, like I said, inspired by shotgun effectiveness in hunting, but enhanced with rifle grade ballistics for longer reach and greater destructive power on target. Sounds like fun. Intellectual property. The U.S. government-owned patent application filed, available for licensing by commercial ammunition and defense manufacturers via, here you go, if you want to get your hands on some, it's called TechLink, TechLink. I don't know if that's their website. That's just who they're saying is doing it. Seems pretty cool, man. If they, if they're not too ridiculous, I would love to get some, and Axe and I be more than happy to do a little field test on that for you. Oh, Dan Haggard TV says, don't they have guns that shoot nets to down drones? I don't know if they do or not. I know the Game and Fish like shoots nets down on game animals. So I'd imagine if you got going fast enough and the drone wasn't hauling ass, I mean, depends on how, right? Because you try to shoot a net at these drones that are going like 100. I think that net would just open and get I think. Yeah, Rick Rowan says drones are cheap to produce and lethal. And Rick was in the military. He retired from the National Guard. Appreciate your service, Ricky. Thank you, sir, for putting foot to ass for America. Yeah, he would know about some military hardware for sure. All right. What do we got now? Where are we at here? 8:31. Appreciate everybody sending the comments. Oh, yeah, we're going to get in shed hunting season, right? It's shed hunting season. I stated before, I don't know if I suck at shed hunting or they just don't drop the sheds on our property, or I shouldn't. And because I took the neighbor guy out, he's a big shed hunter. I actually found more sheds than he did. But granted, I found like a dink shed and a whitetail skull. I think I found 2 dink sheds and a whitetail skull. The whitetail was probably from when EHD went through. This was last spring. If I go to the beginning of the show, I was talking to Dan Brown. I might do some shit on this weekend. It's going to be nice. All that snow is going to be gone. Everything's matted down. If there's a chance I can get a shed, it's going to be this weekend. I have found a couple nice sheds over the years. One by actual shed hunting, and most of them I find by freaking accident. Greetings, y'all, says 18 wheels and a dozen 6-shooters. Evening, buddy. Thanks for swinging in. Appreciate you. Where are you at this evening? He's usually out driving the truck, listening to the show. Appreciate that. Yeah, he's right. Dang, I always forget to say that too. Smash that like button, right? Whatever platform you're on, Facebook, YouTube, smash that like button. And if you're listening to the podcast, and it's on every podcast platform too. After about a couple hours after I'm on, I get it loaded. Give me a good review. Or if you're a leftist turd bag, go ahead and tell me how bad I suck and what an idiot I am. I'm good with either one. Go for it. Hey, if you want to give me a review on YouTube and Facebook too, go ahead. I'd love that. It only helps me give more attention to the site. And up there, that Venmo, scan that baby. Appreciate you donating to the show. A couple people listening that donated. I appreciate you very much. And if you find it in your heart to go ahead and do that monthly donation, you can do that automatically. I would appreciate the living shit out of that, because that's how the show runs till I get some sponsors. That's what's going to do it, man. So hit that Venmo. I'd really appreciate that. But if you're not going to do any of those, at the very least, please hit that like button, and subscribe is awesome too. And you can share it. That helps too. So let's get in. We got comment. Western New York headed to St. Louis. All right. You got, you out in the big snow out there, 18 wheels, or you got good roads to storm out that way. I can't remember if it was hitting there. I know it was like in southern Wisconsin and Minnesota. They were getting thumped pretty good. Hopefully Minneapolis is getting their ass buried. I seen it didn't stop Ice from doing God's work there. I was looking at some videos today. Thank you, Ice. I appreciate Ice. Love Ice. And I ain't talking about the kind of ice that makes my car slip and slide and spin the wheels. All right, let's get into this. Natural hotspots to find shed antlers. Like I said, I read this. There's some good info in here, actually. I thought, and a lot of hunters, shed hunting is more than just something to do in the spring, like a little hobby. Like that's why I do it. I do it as a hobby. If I find a shed, hey, I'm happy. Some people take it like super freaking serious. I mean, even like the elk sheds in Montana, you see like people wait, like almost like the gates drop and they jump. And but I know people here in Bismarck who are massive shed hunters. My buddy Tyson Schwab loves to go shed hunting. The guy does find freaking big sheds. And my buddy Tanner's got a lot of sheds too. 18 Wheels says, good roads right now. Supposed to be some lake effect out by Erie. All right. So see, that's where I kind of thought the storm was heading. But all right, let's get into this. Natural hotspots to find sheds. And if you're just tuning in and missed the, we got a little thing, coming up after this, the good old leftists there at the Oscars wanted their, they got the security jacked up because of some drone threat. Speaking of drones, big corn spill out of a train in Thief River Falls. Hey, Dave, Nerf, how you doing, my good man? When's your next show coming on? Guns in the 701. Anyways, 701 Marksman's Dave's got the show on there in the 701 network. The train, Thief River Falls, They had the train spilled a bunch of corn, federal ammunition. I know a couple of my friends are interested in this, coming out with a commemorative 30-30 ammo and a rifle in conjunction with Henry and the happy ending chronicle after that. Paul Metz. Hey, Paul, what's going on, buddy? Paul's internet famous over the 50 cal ricochet video we had out there on the short a few weeks ago on my 701 Nation JD Facebook page and a YouTube channel, both of them on there. That was a really cool video, actually. But all right, let's get in. Natural hotspots to find shed antlers, bedding areas. So in the northern states, whitetails endure brutal. And if you're just new to the show, I'll let you know real quick what I do. I pick out my topics, read the topics, and I'll break it down, give my opinion. The chat people add stuff in, which I love a lot. And I mean, don't you ever just free ball? Yeah, I mean, I free ball it too and just go off on some stuff sometimes. But it's always, I like reading articles and then picking it apart and giving opinions on it and breaking it down, and then stuff that I know about these articles and what you guys know. I like to get that out. So continuing here, in northern states, whitetails endure brutal winters, often surviving weeks of cold, windy temps. The key to their survival is strategic bedding. Deer commonly bed on south-facing slopes because they receive the most sunlight throughout the day, allowing deer to conserve energy and stay warm. So what they're saying here, here's what you want to look for. And this is from bowhunter.com. Dave says free ball Wednesday and Sunday. Okay. So you in Vance? Are you in Vance on tomorrow night, Dave? And I know Sunday night he's gonna have 701 marksman. If you know what 701 marksman is, Dave's long range shooter state champ. At one point he talks shooting sports in North Dakota, a lot of reloading stuff. Gets real techie. Dave is a smart fella, knows a lot of techie stuff that I wouldn't venture into too far. So yeah, south facing ridges and hilly terrain, subtle rises in flat ground with maximum sun exposure, bedding cover with thick vegetation or high stem counts. With severe winter weather often coinciding with peak antler drop, these dense habitat areas can congregate the deer herd and offer more opportunities to find multiple sheds. Yeah, I'd love to find multiple sheds once. Mature bucks prefer bedding along edges where they can keep thick cover at their backs while watching more open habitat in front of them for both a sight and wind advantage. Yeah, I mean, bucks do that even when they're not getting ready to shed. So these transition zones between bedding and feeding areas are great locations to find antlers. They also say here, walk secluded and dense trails leading from bedding cover to food sources. Right. And I would say if you can, what I'm told by people who really find a lot of sheds, like by the fences, if they're hopping a fence, because that'll jar the antlers loose on the bucks when they jump and land. These are the spots within the spots that consistently reveal how mature bucks move through and spend time in the cover. Okay. I'm going to hit this comment before I go on here. Dave, I don't know if I'll make it tomorrow, but I might have to try the Vance's sideshow attraction. Yeah. Vance always puts on a good show. Should be good. I don't know what Clayton's doing, why he's not going to be on, but yeah, check it out. Guns in the 701 tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central. So, grass edges and low spots around food sources. Late winter nutrition is crucial for post-rut recovery. Bucks are physically depleted and prioritize high-energy, late-season food sources such as, and now some of these, like I said, I think these guys are like more southern dudes at this bowhunter.com. At least this article was when I see it. And you'll see when I say a few of these food sources they're talking about. So corn, that's here. Soybeans, those are here. Brassicas, no idea what that is. Cereal grains, yes, we have those here. Acorns, nope. Honey locust pods, no idea if we have those here. Woody browse. Okay, at our place, northwest of Golden Valley, it's usually alfalfa fields and alfalfa bales because that's pretty much all we got. And of course, the natural, the mule deer and whitetails like alfalfa big time. I mean, if you want to plant something that they both really like, that's not a grain or something, alfalfa is the way to go for sure. They love that. So let's see, we got a new comment. One shot cap. Don't they have feeder stations with wires to knock off antlers? Yeah, they do. I mean, Bachmeyer's told me about those. I've never seen them, but would it work too? Like the bales, I got that wrap around, the mesh wrap around the hay bales. Maybe I don't. Of course, I mean, I don't know. Scott says his worked though when he's did it. Josh Patterson says, I sent you a text, JD, if you want to mention it at the end of the show. Oh, missed my phone here. Josh, let's hit it right now and see what's up, man. All right, let's do it right now. If I remind me at the end of the show again, Josh, I will mention this. I'm going to do it right now so I don't forget. But Outlaw Concealed Carry match. For all skill levels, have fun, challenge yourself, meet like-minded people. This is going to be at the Personal Defense Center. Next match, they got multiple matches coming up March 22nd, April 12th, and May 17th. Time, shooters briefing starts at 4:30 p.m. sharp. Where? Personal Defense Center, Bismarck, North Dakota. That's, you know where Kroll's is on Main Street. If you don't just go south of there, a couple blocks. I bought a couple cans from there, actually. Details, 4-stage pistol match. Equipment required, pistol or revolver, belt holster, 2 magazines or 2 speed loaders, and 100 rounds of ammo. Costs you $20. I mean, that's pretty affordable, really. $20 to get into something like that. A nice little facility there. Yeah, I think that's a hell of a deal. Thanks, Josh, for bringing that up, man. Like I said, remind me at the end of the show. I'll bring it up again. Mike Aberle says, walk standing corn if you have it. Sometimes knocks an antler loose. Okay, for sure. I would see that for sure. Just a side note real quick, Mike. What always blows my mind is how deer can go full bore through a freaking corn and sunflower field and not get tripped. The bucks getting their antlers. How the hell they do that? I don't know. That I would like to see a video of that in full bore, like of a drone following or something, because I don't know how the hell they do that. Gene Cox says brassicas, mustard, broccoli types, and other nutrient-dense veggies. All right, Gene, thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Josh says it's a blast, too. Always a good time. I believe it. I believe it, man. And, pistol shooting competition be good, man. All right, so let's continue. Not much of this one left here. Mature bucks often enter fields through low spots or depressions, brushy waterways cutting into fields, timbered points jutting into open ground, long, soft edge transitions that funnel travel. These features provide security from a sight standpoint and favorable scent checking advantages with falling thermals and swirling winds. Some mature bucks tend to gravitate to these features around food sources. Sheds commonly appear nearby. Funnels inside food sources are far more efficient to search than open expanses of crop ground. All right, so I didn't know that really, and we do have some of those inside. All right, I'm gonna check those out, man. If I go up this weekend, I'm damn sure gonna. I never do. I never go inside. I have went basically where I see the mule deer a lot because we haven't had a lot of whitetails. But now that I know where a few whitetail bucks are, I'm gonna give it a try. So this last one here, I never really thought of this one like ever. Ditches, what they're talking about, ditches. The primary shed hunting strategy remains consistent. Follow bed to feed travel patterns. Transition routes between bedding and feeding areas are prime time opportunities to locate antlers. Ditches naturally funnel deer movement. Bucks typically travel along ditch banks until they reach the easiest crossing point. Right? And my buddy Scott Bachmer and I have had this conversation. Deer, like people, least path of resistance is what they usually follow. When crossing the downward and upward motion, often a short trot can jar a loose antler free. All right. Yeah, and I was just watching some shed antler videos on YouTube the other day. I mean, they're just like take off trotting like that says, and they freaking both of them were falling off. Doesn't happen all the time, but like when I found my only pair I ever found, it was probably like a 2-year-old 4x4. I found one, and then I walked up it was a funneling area, actually, not to feed, but just, and I don't know, maybe 15, 20 yards away, I found the sucker, and yeah, it was pretty good. In fact, I got them out my garage, and I usually set them outside, but been bringing them in the winter so they don't get so freaking chalky. And I have been, when I find them, I'll spray them down with the clear coat to preserve them a little more, which does work. Tanner, my buddy Tanner Dolbeck, told me to do that, and it does work. It does preserve them when you set them outside, obviously. So, all right, now I'm guessing a lot of the people watching here and the podcast listeners didn't check out the Oscars. I haven't watched the Oscars in, I don't know, 15 years probably, because, and maybe it doesn't bother you as much, but it bothers me that these people are anti-gun leftists who pretty much stand against everything I believe in, that I know is true. And they got to get up there and, F Trump and all this other bullshit and bitch about the United States and oppression and shit that's not really happening here. But that's the main reason I don't watch the Oscars, right? But so Oscars was enhanced Sunday as the FBI, LAPD, and other agencies worked together to shield the star-studded liberal leftist event from a possible Iranian drone attack. Which, when I read this, I was thinking, what Iranian ship is going to get over to the West Coast, anyways? Unless they do have some sleeper cells here. I don't know. Anyway, I'll go on with the story. We recently acquired the FBI alert. Okay, so on March 11th, 2026, ABC News reported an FBI alert which said, we recently acquired information that as of early February 2026, Iran allegedly aspired to conduct a surprise attack using unmanned aerial vehicles from an unidentified vessel off the coast of the United States. Okay, I was thinking a ship. It could have been a sleeper cell or something down in Mexico or something. A big cartel-looking boat thing, cruiser, houseboat, whatever you want to call them, specifically against unspecified targets in California in the event that the U.S. conducted strikes against Iran, well, which we did. We have no additional information on the timing, method, target, or perpetrators of this alleged attack. So, right, nothing happened at the Oscars, right? I mean, if it was, we'd all heard about it. It'd have been the worst thing in the world if the liberals would have been having to take cover. In response to the alert, Oscars executive producer Raj Kapoor told Variety magazine, a big leftist rig, we want everybody who is coming to this show, who is witnessing the show, who is even a fan of the show, when they're standing outside the barricades, we want everybody to feel safe, protected, and welcome. It is our job as a production team to make sure that translates and that really comes down to us with this very tight relationship, and we have a whole other team of support. It's something that we don't take lightly, and we take a lot of responsibility for. Kapoor noted that his team has the support of the FBI and LAPD and its close collaboration. Rolling Leftist Stone noted that Kapoor also pointed out the Academy has one of the best teams in the business, and he's talking about the security team. But what does that have to do with guns in the 701, JD? It has to do with guns because these assholes there, vast majority of them, if not pretty much all of them, they're always about banning guns, gun control, not using violence to protect yourself. But when they go to it, the big fancy, famous acting stars, they talk to Mr. Kapoor there. We need extra security. Why didn't the rest of California get extra security? Just the freaking leftist dipshits who are in movies get it, right? But if these people in California want an AR-15, which they got an assault weapons ban there, and a magazine capacity ban, hey, no, you can't have that. You can't have that for protection. We are the ones who need protection. Normal people die at a far higher rate by violence than freaking famous people do, right? But they're the ones who always want their extra protection, extra guns. Their security guys probably have full autos and shit. I mean, it's bullshit. Shit like that pisses me off, and that's why I mentioned that. Nothing happened to those turds. I mean, they're a bunch of simps for Iran anyway. So and Palestine. So why the hell would they go after them dipshits? And they're their freaking allies, basically, living inside America, right? All right. Enough of that. I love getting on little political rants like that. That's why I don't bring up political stuff a whole lot on here, because I can definitely just start freaking going on one, man. It's easy for me to do it on that shit. Yeah. Let's get back to little deer action here, right? Outdoor life story here. I told you at the beginning and in the middle of the show, it's corn spill out of a railroad car. All right, hold on. Let me get to this comment here first. Axel Hondo My brother, my good buddy, my brother on the range. Why would Iran kill Iranian sympathizers? Yeah, there you go. See, just what I was just saying. Right. Axe rolling in with a 30 rounder of common sense right there. Meg dumped on us. Love it, Axe. Love it. That's one of those drone killers out of the 50 cal you got right there. I love it. Perfect. Spot on. So, a corn spill from a northbound train car near Thief River Falls, Minnesota, has led to the death of over 100 white-tailed deer along an 80 to 90-mile stretch of railway extending to the Canadian border. I mean, that's like EHD numbers here, right? Probably, right? Anyway, the spill occurred when the rail car opened in transit, spreading salted corn. They say salted corn. I mean, why is it salted when they just salt keep the moisture out of the corn in the rail cars or something? I don't understand why they say salted corn. I just say corn. Spreading salted corn along the tracks from early January through February, luring deer to feed. Deer, already weakened by the winter conditions, stayed on the tracks to avoid deep snow, which Minnesota has. Even when I went there at Christmas, we didn't have barely any snow, and Minnesota had quite a bit there. And we went through Fargo and up mid-Minnesota anyways, over by Brainerd. The deer stayed on the tracks to avoid deep snow, attempting to outrun trains, which resulted in numerous fatalities. Which, of course, when you're running straight down the tracks, the train's not going to hit the brakes and let the deer jump. And they're sitting there, and that's where it's spilling. The pictures, man, it's right next to the tracks and then under the tracks. And if you put a bag of corn down, the freaking deer will find like every kernel of that shit. It's amazing how deer can stick that little tongue out there, whatever they do, and pull up a kernel of corn. So Steve Porter, a local deer farmer and former sheriff, raised the alarm after seeing videos and receiving reports from residents estimating 1 to 200 deer deaths based on tracks and carcasses. Yeah, I think he put this like I said, Steve Porter is this guy's name. He's got videos on Facebook about it, but of the deer laying there. Yeah, like I said, it looked almost like the EHD thing here. Porter shared videos on Facebook. Yeah, okay, said that, showing deer feeding on the corn and multiple dead deer along the tracks. I don't know why I'm laughing. Stating the dead deer, there's dead deer all over the place. The Minnesota DNR confirmed the spill, called such incidents common, but noted it's unusual for deer to be fed on tracks during the hardest time of year when they're starving. I mean, what do you mean it's common, but how is it unusual for the deer? Is there different cars that carry the corn differently and this one spilled it different or what? I guess I don't understand that. Sounds like they're making excuses for something. The DNR has euthanized at least 13 injured deer and expects more carcasses to be discovered when the snow melts in the spring. I'm sure that's probably why the dude said 100 to 200 deer. Which sucks, man. Deer population's down. I mean, people who don't like deer, probably who gives a shit. But the train camera video had to look like Looney Tunes, right. Like the Road Runner and the Coyote and Bugs Bunny and all of them running in front of the train or something, or Elmer Fudd and shit. Yeah, I'd imagine it would look a lot like that, Dave. I mean, I like deer. I ain't laughing at that. I don't know. Got to have a little bit of humor and some eating, nasty shit like that, right? All right, let's go on. I was telling everybody about the get to my graphics thing here, about the 30-30 federal ammo thing here. I'll put the picture of the ammunition up they got going. I know it's not the clearest. I took a picture of it off their website. I think it was American Hunters website, NRA. It's called Cattleman Edition 30-30, 150 grain, hammer down, bonded soft point, made in the USA. Clay wouldn't like, well, maybe no, it's got Texas Longhorns on. It looks like a Charlet on there. And I'm surprised they didn't put an Angus on here as popular as Angus are. No Herefords, Clay, or sorry about that. There's a cowboy there on his horse, so kind of out in the open, rolling hills, plains thing there. And it's a cool looking box. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, Cattleman's Edition. Let's get a few more deets about it here. Federal ammunition, as I said. has launched a limited edition commemorative collectible packaging to pair with Henry's American Cattleman Tribute Edition rifles. So yeah, they're pairing with Henry rifles. I mean, Henry's known, like the smoothest, some of the best lever actions, if not the best lever action rifles. The new 150 grain 30-30 Winchester, offering features a bonded soft point, and the nickel-plated case's unique geometry promotes smooth, reliable feeding through the rifle. Yeah, I mean, nickel cases are smoother for sure. I like nickel. Reloading them suck. They're a little thicker. I think when I reloaded them, that the coating they put on there doesn't feed as smooth in your reloading equipment. Not in my experience. I mean, I don't know about you guys. Maybe it was just me. And I only reloaded 308 ones like that. Whether you're looking to hunt deer, hogs, or other big game, or just channel your inner Clayton Peterson, cowboy, Federal and Henry Repeating Arms have the combination you need, said Federal's marketing director Brian Anderson. The two iconic brands have collaborated on a new load for Henry's American Cattleman lever action rifle. We at Federal are excited about this collaboration. He says new load, but I got my 2 cents coming up here at the end when I finish this last bit of information. This new product, designed in collaboration with Henry Repeating Arms for its American Cattleman rifle, boasts a muzzle velocity of 2390. It features a bonded soft point bullet that expands reliably and penetrates deep. The nickel-plated case is specifically designed for more reliable feeding in lever action rifles. It's packaged in 20-count boxes and is made in the USA. I have no pricing on either one of them for you. But here's what I'm going to say about the... All right, let me get this picture down. So that is a cool box, man. It looks like they got like a little leather... I mean, I don't think... Maybe it is leather. If it's commemorative, maybe that is like a real leather patch. If you guys get one of them, let me know. I'm kind of curious. Let me get the chat back up over here. All right, let's see. My cousin James Boardman down there. Hey, James, how you doing, brother, man? Thanks for jumping on. He says the best, hands down, is the Henry lever action. Yeah, and I think he does got some badass. I think he's a 4570 or something. He sent me that picture that time. Look badass. I mean, lever action rifles. I should have put my lever action up, actually. It's right over there. But Josh Patterson says that's a South Dakota cowboy. He's talking about Clay, referring to the guy called Clay. That when he was on Scott Bachmeyer's talking about something. Dave Fettig 7688 says nickel work hardens so bad. Pistol ain't bad, but the shouldered rifle are difficult to size properly. Yeah, I remember. You're right, Dave. That's what wasn't every size of them. I was like, holy shit. It wasn't enjoyable. I don't reload nickel ones really anymore. So I was talking about the marketing director. They collaborated on this new load. Well, I went over. I do have Federal 150 grainers in my closet for my 30-30, and lo and behold, they are soft points, not nickel plated. 150 grainers, and guess what the velocity was? 2,390 feet per second. My guess is the only thing they really did was give it this nickel plated case, which I'm fine with because they shoot freaking great, man. I got it zeroed in. I mean, I haven't done it in a while, but offhanded 100 yards. I mean, I can set up clay pigeons on a berm and freaking pick them off. It's lever action guns so light, they're so nice for offhanding. I mean, that gun is God, I almost should shoot a deer. I should try to shoot a deer with that, right? That mule deer come in, I mean, 200 yards maximum is what I'd shoot. It's iron sights, and I mean, for that, with the way my eyes are, I mean, I can see long distance, but close up seeing the sights. And I mean, it is a 20-inch barrel, so the sight radius is better. But I'm very comfortable with getting within 200 yards of a muley doe. Maybe I will this fall. We'll see if I get a rifle tag. Especially after my sticks turned out. God dang, them were good. Gene Cox says Marlin made real lever actions. Then Remington unveiled the unalive the name. Now Ruger's making Marlins. Yeah, Gene. Man, mine's a Winchester Model 94 30-30. It's a bitch to take apart and put back together. I don't know, man. Everything I've seen, not everything, but the majority of people I see that shoot the new Ruger Marlins, Ruger Marlin, they like them better. They're smoother, easier to take down, and more accurate. I mean, It's just what I read. That's just what I read. Gene is a lever action man. I'm not your foremost expert on lever actions. You want to talk AR-15s and some bolt gun shit, I'm your freaking guy. And if I'm not good enough, go talk to Jake down at Bloodline Kinetics who builds the damn things. So, but I mean, my 33, and matter of fact, one of the first videos Axe and I ever did for Guns in the 701 was maybe not one of the first, but top 10 probably that we did. The Axe had a Marlin 30-30, and I have my Winchester. Good video. We took it out to, I think we took it out to 200 and shot the deer gong, shot some groups and velocities, and it was good. Fun video. Nice day we did it. It was great. James Boardman, my cousin, says I shoot a Marlin 444, 164-yard buck kill with it. Awesome, man. Yeah, I think you sent me that picture. Nice buck, too. Justin Latinsky, I'm a Savage 99 man myself. Justin, remind me, you're running for Public Service Commission, correct? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe our man Justin here is running for PSC. I don't know if it's the head of PSC or just one of the seats. Remind me in the comments, Justin. I'll be more than happy to mention that for you. And Justin came out to Dougie's. I think that was was it the Iron Sight Steel Challenge or was it the Muley Head Popping Challenge? I can't remember. I did get my buddy Johnny Baum sent me, we were messaging back and forth. He wanted to know, he's building a 30-30 and he wants to know if we're going to do another Iron Sight. We're going to have to work at another Iron Sight challenge. I thoroughly enjoyed that, not just because I won. I got lucky because I got it on the top on the gong and Axe split his bullet. It could have went either way. It just so happened the 223 dropped a little more than his Garan's 30 cal bullet did. Gene says, you better practice the 30-30 beyond 150. It's capable of good accuracy, but those barrel sights will take some getting used to. Yeah, I am comfortable at 150, Gene. Actually, 130 is where I shot it. I mean, the 10-yard gong, I don't hit it every time, but I mean, I'm pretty consistent. At 200, 200 is probably pushing it for me. I would probably try to keep it at 150. And I know, deer's bigger than a 10-inch gong. I know, but, I'd like to get a better kill shot on it. And maybe I would. I might put it right in the freaking pump house. Who knows? Luke Sabat says, +1 for the Savage 99s. He's talking lever actions. Justin, Justin says, sorry, Justin, that's a different guy. My bad. Got him mixed up. My bad. I apologize for that. Josh Patterson, I'm down for another Iron Sight challenge. Yeah, 100 freaking percent. I loved it. And Josh, I was right after Josh got his diabetes under control. He wasn't too sure about how he would do, and with his what'd you have again? M&P Smith & Wesson, or I think you had this. Or did you have the Rock River? Or was that Brian? I think Brian maybe had the Rock. Anyway, I feel dumb that I got Justin mixed up with the other guy. I apologize, man. Sorry. Anyways, yeah, we are going to have to do another Iron Sight. First up skill is going to be the side iron challenge. And then we're going to do, like I said, the Carlos Hathcock one. I think we're going to try and get both of those in May. M&P 15, says Josh. Yeah, M&P 15, man. If you're looking for I tell people that too. I just want an AR, man, just to have for self-defense, and get an M&P 15. I mean, reliable, accurate, solidly built. I mean, you can't beat that. No, Smith & Wesson is not. This is not a Smith & Wesson. I mean, it's just they make a great. Smith & Wesson makes all kinds of good shit, but their M&P 15 for a mainstream company, by all means, do. Justin says, I feel bad for the other guy, LOL. Yeah. Good dude, man. He's a good dude. He did hit the gong at 50, I think, which blew my mind. Good, like I said, good dude, but he had his sight on backwards. I didn't say nothing to him, and the accuracy went downhill from there. But he said he had a hell of a time, which I appreciate. He drove a hell of a long way to participate too, so I appreciate that. And anyways, let me get through. We'll do a little more bullshitting when I get through. Happy ending, hootenanny. Let's get to the happy ending, hootenanny. Man, we got a good crowd here tonight, guys and gals. I really appreciate you guys tuning in tonight and clicking in, whatever we want to call it. Love it, man. And having fun talking to you guys and interacting with you about guns and hunting and all kinds of other kind of shit that our ilk likes. So, all right, Somerset Township, PA. Homeowner awoke to noises Monday morning and confronted an alleged intruder. And I'm saying alleged because I'm saying this, that's what the story said. I mean, apparently, I don't know if you legally have to say that or what. This is from Breitbart, AWR Hawkins. Guy always says, what I like about AWR, he's got a lot of interesting stuff that I like and a lot of self-defense stories, and he keeps them short. He doesn't write a goddamn book, to cover the story. He does good. Anyway, CBS News reported the incident occurred around 2 a.m. A release from the PA State Police indicated the homeowner awoke to sounds of loud banging as the alleged shit stain attempted to break a window. He eventually succeeded. He succeeded from Pennsylvania. He succeeded in breaking the glass. He succeeded from the outdoors and went and broke the glass and went indoors. At which point, the homeowner announced that he was armed, but the alleged turd nugget began making entry into the home anyways. The homeowner shot the intruder in the head, happy ending hootenannying him, i.e. killing him. WJAC noted the intruder's limp noodle body was found by responding troopers near the back door. Police, he was dead. Police detained the homeowner until the preliminary investigation indicated he was acting in self-defense. And I tell you what, thank God for the Second Amendment and self-defense laws. And that, my friends, was one hell of a happy ending hootenanny. Oh, yeah. So, anyways, all right. So, man, we got through that. I thought it was going to go longer. I love it. I like it when I can keep it an hour and 15. Even when I listen to podcasts, and I listen to a lot of them, I like it right around, 60, 75 minutes, keep it right around there. Anyway, it's gonna get warmer out. Brian says, I missed it. Brian says I had the Rock River. Okay, that's what I thought, Brian. Brian shot that pretty good too. I think we all made it out to what was the farthest we went out? 150, right? That's where the magic happened, man, at 150. And I think that's what we all. And then it came down to me and Axe, but I think it went to a second round. The video's out there if you missed it. Guns in the 701 on YouTube. You can watch it. It's Iron Sight Steel Challenge. God dang, what was his name? His wife's a senator out there, Bill Van Oosten. Yeah, Bill had a lever action, and he was doing good. Then he took his can off of it, and then I didn't say nothing to him because it was hitting in a different spot. But if that's what he wanted to do, I think that might have cost him the showdown with it. But anyways, me and Axe went to the showdown, and wasn't it Leon's buddy that had an AR as well? Josh, yeah, it was Josh. That was Justin. That's the guy I was mixing up with this Justin. And he had, man, I think his front sight was on backwards, and I was like, oh shit. But like I said, whatever, man. He said he loved it. I think it was a Bear Creek Arsenal that I think him and Leon maybe built, or he did it himself, but whatever. I've seen gun writers write stories about their ARs, and they got like the forward one piece AR mount on backwards and shit, and whatever. Anyway, coming up, it's gonna get warmer out. We're gonna be doing some videos coming up, more shorts, more videos. Looking forward to that. I'm gonna get something going this weekend for sure. But in May we're gonna do, like I said, the hand cannon head popping challenge. That's gonna be fun, and we're gonna do that. I don't know what we're gonna call it. Like the Carlos Hathcock Axe has. It's like I said this last week, but I'll say it again. This target, man, it's about like this. It's got like a guy down on the scope, like a TAC SWAT guy you can see a scope, and you're gonna have to put it in the scope from different ranges. We're gonna keep going until somebody puts one in there, and she's the only one, because it can be she. It can definitely be a she. We've had females participate all the time, and they only beat us out too. But we're gonna do that, and then man, I know summer's gonna be hard, but man, I'd love to get an iron sight one in there in the summertime at some point. We got to do it. It's fun. But I'm going to predict if Dan Brown shows up, it's going to be down to 3 in the handgun one. It'll be Axe and Dan Brown, and I seen Josh shoot. Josh will probably be in there too. Unless I can maybe do the Toby Keith and shoot out of my ass one time. Um, I can probably hang a little bit. If my wrist starts hurting, that's going to probably screw me over. But I'm feeling good. I'm feeling either way. I'm gonna have a damn good time doing it. It's gonna be easy filming for the handgun one too, which I'm getting some more filming equipment for my. It's gonna be some iPhone stuff. I mostly use the iPhone for recording. It works good. It works real good for that kind of shit. But anyway, you guys got anything else you want to throw in these chats? By all means, get it in here while I'm doing a little other PR. Hey, you're feeling it? Scan my Venmo up there, that QR code. Appreciate any donations that help the show out. Really appreciate it if you go and do a monthly basis donation. That'd be great. If not, hey, please hit that like button, whatever platform you're on. If you're feeling, real generous, share it. Subscribe if you're not. I really appreciate any subscriptions. Helps me out. Helps get the name of the show out. Love that. Love that a lot. Tell your friends about it. Friends, family, whoever. Even the haters, man. You want to get some haters in here? Josh says center fire, rifle fire, pistol, or rim fire. Nope. It's gonna be center fire. Center fire. Drawing from holster, not concealed. If you want to do that one, go. We're not. I'll tell you what, Josh. It's not going to be like a quick one of those deals. It is going to be time. We're going to give you like 5 seconds to pull which 5 seconds was a lot longer than I thought when we did that rifle challenge, even right when we did the coyote steel challenge. We'll go 5 seconds, but it's going to be more of an accuracy thing on, like I said, called the head popping challenge. We're going to start out with this man size silhouette ones, and obviously it's going to have to be above this line right here. If you're listening to the podcast, I'm going my neck and above. Hey, you guys like my hoodie? And thanks to HH Apparel for making that up for me real quick. They were busy, and I just told them to throw me one together, and they did. I appreciate that. Nice hoodie. Anyways, I'm more of a zipper hoodie guy. This is a pullover, but it feels good. I like wearing these for doing the show. But yeah, it's going to be more of an accuracy thing. And then we get down to the final 2 or 3 competitors. I do have a mannequin, from an old like Woolworth or something on a stand. It's got a flat top. There will be a watermelon or a muskmelon of some sort up there for. You're gonna have to hit that to win it, man. And then I was talking to. Tyler at HH Apparel and Tango Fox Tactical. It sounds like we're gonna get at the very least a custom lasered pistol case. We'll have, and we'll have some other stuff. Any limits on caliber? Says Paul. Nope. As long as the center fire pistol, Paul, by all means. I'm saying, and it's got to be iron sights too. No dots. No, low power scopes, iron sights only for that. I know I've been asked that a few times. I don't have a dot, and I know a lot of people who don't, and I'm not going to get one yet. So it's just going to be iron sights for the pistol. So what distance you thinking? Josh says, well, all right, Josh, we're going to start out. We'll start out at 10 yards. This, like I said, it's going to be easy for me to film and edit this. So we'll go 10. We'll go 10. We'll go 10, 20, and then once we get to 20, we'll go 25, 30. We'll go from 5 yards on that. Preliminarily, that's what I'm saying. But we'll go 10 yards right off the bat. Maybe we'll go 10, 20. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go. What do you guys think? 10, 20, 45 long Colt says, well, absolutely, Paul. Awesome. Bring that, baby. Yeah, let's go 10. Let's go 10, 20, and then maybe we'll go 20. Maybe we'll go 5 yards after that, 5 yard increment. Yeah, 10, 20, and then 25, 30. All right, he's good with 15. We'll start out at 15. Yeah. So like I said, you got a 5-inch barrel, or if you think you're real snipey, go ahead and bring your carry pistol there with your 3-inch or whatever you got. I don't know. What does that long Colt have, Paul? 6, 7-inch barrel? I'm cool with that. Let's do it, man. It's going to be fun. Hopefully the weather's nice. It should be a great challenge. That's going to be in May. Like I said, probably the beginning of May. It might be the end of April, but I'm thinking beginning of May, and then the end of May we'll do the Carlos Hathcock challenge or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, we got over a month here to get handy with your side irons. And well, the size of a, we'll probably get like the, I think muskmelons. You got to cut the top off and put water in. But like I said, I got a thing that'll sit right on top of that, mannequin. We'll put a nice white shirt on there with a big blue D on there. Um, you can figure that out if you're into any politics. Josh says a PDC shoots where we go. At PDC shoots, we go anywhere from 3 to 15 yards. Okay, yeah, but right, you're doing like fast, right? Fast. I mean, this is more of an accuracy. I mean, when we're all done, we can do some fast shooting, mess around. So maybe we'll have a little bonus round. We usually have a bonus round of shit when we do stuff, anyways, because everybody's ready to shoot some more, including myself when I get beat. Paul says 6-inch. All right, so yeah, I'm going to use a M&P 2.0. That's going to have. I'm going to have a 5-inch barrel on that for sure. And I don't know, whatever ammo on steel. I'll tell you guys this. On steel, I'm going to use FMJs if I get into the round where we start using fruit for our target. I'm going to use the hollow points because I want some reaction, not just a little putt hole. If I hit that son of a bitch, I want it to come apart. I love when shit comes apart when I blast it. Gene says depends on what I have going on. Might bring my 41 mag. Perfect. Love it. Yeah, I mean, and usually, correct me if I'm wrong, but usually revolvers, and I'm maybe not like a 41 or a 45. Are they like a 357 revolver is usually more accurate than most semi-automatic handguns, right, guys? I mean, am I wrong there? Maybe not. Josh says I got hollow points I can burn up. Yeah, I've found that hollow points usually are more accurate too, Josh. I mean, that's me for my limited, shooting groups with the handgun. I've always thought hollow points were more accurate myself. At those distances, maybe my 38 Super, says Gene. Perfect. Love that 38 Super. Like a 1911 platform. Rick says Tannerite is fun. Yeah, and I do have. They do make like pistol Tannerite. Maybe that's actually a good option, Ricky. One of the stages we'll do that. We'll get some instead of just going for the head gong. We'll put a bonus on there, man. Or we'll do a bonus round with the Tannerite on the gun. Axe and we actually did a video with that stuff, Axe, with the 22 handguns and the shotguns. Freaking cool video, actually. I don't remember the name of it. That's somewhere on Guns in the 701s videos. It's an extended video, but it was cool, man. That stuff is awesome. I love it. Or we use Axis Firebird targets like we used in the. I don't know how close you can shoot Firebirds. I know this other's 22 and a shotgun stuff. You were safe at like 15 yards, and I mean it's loud, and it puts out this huge white billowing cloud. It's like it's super racist and white. It was a cool video. I enjoy the hell out of shooting that. Paul says I got 4 with 3.5, 2 with 4 and 5/8 barrels, and 1 with 6-inch. All right, man. Whatever you're feeling the most comfortable and snipey with, man, bring it. Let's do it. Because 100% I'm using my M&P. Josh says Tannerite is fun for sure. I've destroyed lots of things with it. Absolutely. Not much fun than Tannerite. And matter of fact, I do got a bunch of Tannerite at the farm. My Uncle Dean. I don't know, Uncle Dean, if you're still listening, I may have to blow them beaver dams up before you get out there next month. We'll see how I'm feeling and the weather's like if I get up this weekend. If not, I'll wait till you're back. Justin Latinsky, 2347. I may have to come down for it. I've been itching to use my 45 Super. Ow, for sure, man. In summertime, we'll probably do some grilling out and have some potato salad or something. It'll be fun. It's going to be fun. And like I said, when we're all done, everybody likes to bring a rifle down if you want. Axe doesn't mind. You can do a little blasting on, steel everywhere. Far out, we might even get the 50 out again, and depending on how dry it is, and bounce some tracers off. Josh said he's going to have his Hellcat. Awesome, man. Should be fun. And if Josh, yeah, he was shooting at. Is that what you had right after the last contest? I mean, Josh and Axe were, Josh was stacking them up. I said earlier, Axe was stacking her last week with my 380. Josh was stacking them up with that Springfield Hellcat pretty good too. I was quite impressed with both of their handgun skills, to say the least. Rick Rohn says, always fun when doing shit with JD. Thanks, Ricky. I appreciate that, man. Hopefully this fall we're going to have some fun because I think Rick's got, man, I think you got like 3 or 4 buck points now, right, for a buck. And I got 2. So hopefully you and I get drawn. Not going to bother me. Not going to bother me if the youngins don't get any tags. I know I got my buddy John's son. He's got his any buck tag. I think my cousin Casey's kid Brennan might have a buck tag too. But whatever, man. It's gonna be fun, man. I hope I get a buck. I'd love to get an antelope tag again too, but on Scott Bachmeyer's. Josh says, glue a cap on a 2-foot piece of 3-inch PVC pipe, fill it with tannerite, and glue another cap on it after full and pound it into the dam. Works wonders. Yeah, I've heard that. I think Steve Sensky told me they do that up in Golden Valley, and he said it works freaking awesome. So, yeah, I might have to get some of that. All right, Uncle Dean says, be back in Golden Valley first week in April. All right, that ain't long. I'll wait, and we'll go down and have some fun and do it. You get that... heck were you shooting them beavers, a 222 or your 243? I can't remember. Maybe both of them. You can be the gun hand. I'll video it. So Josh says, leave about 8 inches out of the top of the dam to shoot. My old boss used to do that a lot. All right. Yeah, Ricky says, right, we're due. Yeah, damn right we're due, man. I mean, I can't complain too much. I got a hell of a nice buck last year with that crossbow. Got fortunate that I didn't have to sit and wait a bunch, and God, he tasted good. Them sticks, I know I said it before, but God damn, them sticks turned out so freaking good. Those are easily the best deer sticks that I made for sure, and not just because I did it, smoked them too, but they're like, man, they are unbeatable as far as I'm concerned. I'm saying they're equal to being as good, but as far as beating the taste of them, no, they're freaking awesome, man. Everybody I let sample them. The 2 people thought they were a little too smoky. When I smoke my shit, I don't do light smoke. I like smoke. I smoke, I put, I use like 2 bags of apple chips on them, man. Most people use 1. 243 was best on beaver. Yep, that's what it was. I remember that. I knew you switched to something there, Uncle Dean, and you said it worked a lot better. Yeah, he thinned them out pretty good there at the end of last year. That was awesome. I think he got like 5 or 6 of them suckers in a week or 2. I got a text here. Let's see what we got. All right. Oh, he's going back here. This one to finding the shed antlers. A trail where they jump the fence might not be a bad spot. Contests even better once we get that. Yeah. This is my buddy Wyatt. He's talking about it's going to be even better when we get hunting. We get that food plot in. Yeah, we had about 2.5 acres last year, and about half of the seeds never went in. It was the first time we really did a food plot there. Taste, he says, the sticks taste even better when you get that food plot in. And that's where I shot him, right? He was right by the corn food plot. We're going to do we're doing 5 acres this year. We're going to make sure we get them corn kernels all the way in. Ooh, man, that's going to be nice. I'm looking forward to that shit. So going to be awesome, man. And I know Wyatt, you get, man, he's got that revolver. I think he's got a 38 revolver. I've seen him shoot that. You should get into that pistol challenge. Is that guy, man, he was making some, I was freaking impressed with the long shots he was making with that thing, just offhand. I think he grew up with that handgun anyway, so he's pretty used to it. But I mean, he's got a lot of handguns, but he said that one he was most accurate with. And I'm not going to argue with the results I see when he was shooting it. So anyway, next Tuesday, guys, I don't know. I was talking about maybe moving. I think I'm just going to stay on Tuesdays. A lot of people are used to Tuesdays already. Even if Clay stays on Thursdays, whatever day they want to do, I'm going to stick with Tuesdays, 8 p.m. Central. And I missed the first part of the show. 38 special, Smith and Wesson is what he said. Yep. Perfect. I think that thing's probably got like a 5.5, 6-inch barrel on it too. He's probably got a bunch of reloads from his dad too. RF done a lot of reloading, so gives you a little special, more accuracy on it. So, yeah. But next Tuesday, and I said at the beginning of the show, talked to Governor Armstrong. Sounds like he might want to come on. and I'm not gonna have a guest every week. I do like having guests on, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I like doing this and then interacting with you guys on comments. Not that we have a guest, but I I want to try for like once a month to have a guest on. I still want to get a hold of the knife guy, and I know Rick talked about a uh, a gunsmith, which I'm more than happy to do that too. And I was talking about like shotgun shells. I know there's a lot of people who like bird and waterfowl hunting on here, and Tyler at Tango Fox Tactical, huge wing shooter guy, knows start talking shotgun shells with this guy. He's all over it, man. And he can talk about the stuff they can laser engrave and stuff there at HH Apparel. I told him when he catches up on that, come on the show with me and talk. Yeah, he's a veteran too. I think he got wounded or something happened to him in the military, but he's a veteran, massive gun guy. He's got his sells cans and all that shit there. So yeah, liking the Tuesday show, says Ricky. All right, Ricky, good man. Stick it on. It's going to stay here. Appreciate you tuning in and watching, man. So yeah, like I said, gonna hopefully get some videos up this weekend. If not a long review on something, some shorts. See how the deer population is doing. Maybe I'll find some sheds and put a few more game cameras up on my uncle's property out there, both of my uncle's property, and check mine. Might be some ice floating in the creek. It's always fun to pick that shit off. And who knows? Beavers might be out. The stripers might be out too, which would be freaking awesome. I would love to plink some freaking 13 liners. Be great. Never know, might get a yote too. So, but yes, probably have some videos up Sunday night or Monday. Of course, back again next Tuesday. Appreciate everybody, guys. Hey, man, great crowd tonight. Love all the comments. Don't forget, hit that like button. And if you got Venmo, or your wife does, or your kid, get up there and then scan that QR code. Donate to 701 Nation. I would say we appreciate it, but I appreciate it because I'm the only guy doing it. And I'm gonna work on getting a few sponsors and improve the show. I will tell you this: I'm thinking about doing some sort of raffle. It will not be a thunder stick. I'm looking at like some range finding binos, or maybe like the binos that like Axe has, that you push the button and it stabilizes it at longer range, something like that. I just think something's different, man. I want to do something a little different like that. I think that'd be cool. I'm looking into it. I'm not saying I'm going to do it for sure, but if I do, it'll probably be in the next couple months or so. Rick Rowan says coyotes are yelping out here tonight. Yeah, and they live west of the airport down there, southwest of Mandan. So he's out there, and yeah, the coyotes are everywhere yet, man. Got a video from the neighbor guy the other night. I think he was out, and my dad's out there and on my uncle's property. And man, I think he got like 12 of them or something, and he missed 4. Yeah, yeah, it was a night hunt. He was out with the thermals doing it. So there's no doubt that shit works good. And I don't get out there enough to do it. I love that. I'm glad my uncle's coming back, helping thin them beavers out. If I go up Saturday, I'm staying overnight, and I'm gonna be doing some porcupining because they are freaking lighting our trees up, man. So, all right, everybody. Episode 8. Appreciate everybody. Hopefully, y'all come back next Tuesday for episode number 9. We'll be talking like usual guns. Maybe you never know. Governor might be on next Tuesday. We'll see. Haven't heard nothing back from JC, but I'll shoot another text tomorrow. If not, hopefully we'll have Governor Armstrong on in near future here. Great show, JD, says Josh. Thanks, Josh. Appreciate that, brother. Looking forward to having a little shooting contest with you. Thank you, says Ricky. You bet, Ricky. Thank you. Thanks for watching. We're going to end the show out here like we entered the show. Little AI, 2A AI with little 2A fire. We'll see you guys next Tuesday.
Second Amendment, we stand alone. Guns in our hands, freedom's call. Hunt the wild, never take the fall. Fire, lock and load, let them roar. Shoot 'em straight, Second Amendment's watch a trophy fly. Targets down